I just want to thank everybody for coming out today. It's a very, very important moment in the history of Fall River. We're going to be swearing in our 16th police chief, and a new captain and a new deputy. These are the things that are important to keep the force running smooth and to have the right leadership in place. And I think we have it at this time with Chief Garvin. I've known Paul for a long time. I've known his family for a long time, and I appreciate his service to the city. And I know he's going to be a fine example for the rest of the officers on that force moving the city forward. We had a spectacular weekend in Fall River with the work by the Fall River Police Department under the leadership of Chief Garvin now, and I think it's very, very important. But before we get right to the swearing in, I want to introduce a few people that are with us tonight. We're joined by a couple of our state representatives, Carol Fiola and Alan Sylvia. We're joined by a few of our city councilors, our partners in government, which work closely also with Chief Garvin, City Councilor Leo Pelletier, City Councilor Andrew Raposa. One of my colleagues on the school committee's also come up, a lifelong friend of Paul's, School Committeeman Kevin Aguiar. And these are the kind of people that are coming forward to support our new chief. Today we're going to be swearing in 3 officers. Our 16th Chief Paul Garvin, our new Deputy Chief Barden Castro, and our new Captain Dave Murphy. As I said before, these 3 important cogs are going to be what keeps the Fall River Police Department going forward. And I know you did not come here to hear me talk, so I think we should do the swearing in right now and let these guys hopefully go right back to work. Only kidding, only kidding, only kidding. Guys, would you please raise your right hand and repeat after me? I state your name.
I, Paul Garvin,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully and impartially
faithfully and impartially
perform the duties of, state your position,
perform the duties of Chief of Police
with respect, courage, and integrity,
with respect, courage, and integrity,
in accordance with the Constitution of the United States,
in accordance with the Constitution of the United States,
the laws of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts,
the laws of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts,
and the Charter and ordinances of the City of Fall River.
and the Charter and ordinances of the City of Fall River.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, guys. I'll now introduce the 16th Police Chief for the City of Fall River, Chief Paul Garvin.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First, I would like to thank Mayor Coogan for this opportunity. I want to say thank you to the state delegation and the city council for their help over the last several months. And I want to say thank you to my friends, my family, and my colleagues who are here today. Thank you for supporting me. My wife once paid me a compliment by telling me that I was stable and uncomplicated. I know what you're thinking. What a catch. The reason I bring that up today is because I'm certainly not perfect. But I do think my leadership style, that could probably best be described as stable and uncomplicated, is a perfect fit for this department. As we all know, the past few years, the Fall River Police Department has seen its share of challenges. But I didn't take this position to dwell on the past. I firmly believe that you can't get to where you want to go to by looking in the rearview mirror. I grew up in this city. I'm a lifelong resident. I grew up in the South End, and I always knew that I wanted to be a police officer. I graduated from Bishop Connolly High School, and I immediately joined the Army National Guard with the intent to pay for college. Seemingly, I took to their lifestyle, their traditions, their rules, their organizational way of doing things, and sometimes their outlook that there's only do and do not way of looking at things. I graduated from Bridgewater State College, working the summers as a police officer for the Barnstable Police Department. I started my career here at the Fall River Police Department in 1997. In the years since, I have served in the Patrol Division, Special Operations, Staff Services, and my favorite, the Vice and Intelligence Unit. I was promoted to Sergeant and worked Staff Services and Professional Standards units, and for the past 10 years, I've been a lieutenant and a captain in both the Uniform and Major Crimes Divisions. I've certainly been fortunate and blessed to have had a career with having the experience in every one of these organizations. I take on this position at an interesting time for this department. It's quite possibly the youngest we have ever been. But I believe if you treat these new officers fairly, train them properly, indoctrinate them into a healthy, hardworking culture, then it's conceivable that we will have one of the best police departments in the foreseeable future. Moving forward, there are still some matters from the past that need to be dealt with. Despite inheriting some unresolved issues, I am determined to prove to this community that this department is certainly something to be proud of. I wanted to thank my children today, Jack, Catherine, and Claire, for their sacrifices. They certainly have sacrificed in order that I had my chance and opportunities to climb my mountain. And I want to thank my wife, Kristen, for climbing along with me and always encouraging me to continue to move on. Because we know in the end, that's what really counts, is having the courage to continue on. Once again, I want to thank the city administration for the confidence that you have expressed in me. I will not let you down. Thank you.
Okay, believe it or not, that wraps it up. Anybody wants to get some pictures with our new leadership, that will be great by me. But again, thank you, everybody, for coming out today. It's really important. And as Paul said, back to work tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Congratulations.